I'm Victoria Rose from All About Babies, and in this short video I'm going to share with you all my tips for how you can develop the right routine for your baby. So many parents struggle with the unpredictable nature of babies. Sadly, they don't come out with user manuals. How much easier life would be if they did. So they're keen to set up a routine. This does not need to be from day one. I don't recommend thinking about routine until after the 4th trimester, from around 12 weeks plus. So once you feel ready to start thinking about routine, rather than reach for the books, the key is to learn your baby's natural awake and sleepy patterns. My first tip: aim to start each day within the same hour. So most babies will have a natural morning, which you will be starting to see by around 12 weeks. This is usually somewhere between 5:30 and 7:30. Try and aim for every day to start within the same hour. That means that if your baby's natural awake window generally seems to be around 6:30, that you would wake them by 7:30 at the latest. Next, you want to think about ending your day also within the same hour, and ideally aiming for an 11 to 12 hour day. So let's take our baby example, that this 4-month-old is waking up at 6:30 every day. Then really I'm going to be looking at somewhere between 6 and 7 for their bedtime. So the real key to routine is learning your baby's natural awake window. How long are they able to stay awake before they're tired and ready to sleep again? If you look here, you can see some general guides on awake windows for babies of different ages, and this is going to be our starting point. We're going to look at this chart, find out the general guide of awake time for my baby, and then I'm going to use that to help to start and set their routine. So let's go back to our example baby, our 4-month-old that woke up at 6:30 in the morning. An average awake window for a 4-month-old is 2 hours. So by around 8:15, I'm going to start watching my baby for tired signs. Tired signs can include yawning, eye rubbing, smushing their hands over their faces. They might start to whinge, they might stare, and just generally seem disinterested in their activity. So if you're coming up to 2 hours, spotting those signs in your baby, that's a great time to start thinking about putting them down for a nap. My next tip is to include some wind down time before placing your baby down for a nap. So a lot of parents see the first yawn, get worried about overtiredness, pick their baby up, put them down, in their bassinet, and kind of get a bit confused as to why they don't fall asleep, because they were clearly showing signs that they were tired. Don't forget to wind them down. Take them into a room that is calm, dimly lit, give them a cuddle, put them in their swaddle or their sleeping bag. I like to encourage my clients to sing a nice lullaby. You might give a breastfeed, you might give them some rocking or some bouncing, whatever you want to do, but it should be around 3 to 4 minutes of wind down time where they're allowed to just calm, get nice and prepped and ready for their nap. Next, you want to look at what time they wake up. So let's go back to our 4-month-old baby. They fell asleep at 8:30 after having been awake from 6:30 in the morning, and they slept till 10. Because I expect around a 2-hour awake window for my 4-month-old, when it gets to close to 12 o'clock, I'm going to be looking for those tired signs again. And that's how you map out your day. They wake up, you look at the clock, and you think about their awake window, which means that no 2 days might be the same at the beginning, because they might sleep for 30 minutes on Monday for their morning nap, but an hour and a half on Tuesday. And that can be frustrating, but it's right for them if you use the awake window rather than always putting them down at 12 o'clock for their nap, regardless of when they woke up from their first nap. So you keep going, plotting out your naps until you come to the end of the day. So our 4-month-old might sleep till 5, and that would be great for a 7 o'clock bedtime. However, if they were up from their last nap at 4, I'd bring bedtime forward to 6 to avoid them being overtired when they finally go to bed. And finally, you want to be aware of how much daytime sleep we're aiming for the babies of different ages. So again, looking back at my sleep charts, you can see here how much sleep I recommend for babies of different ages. Again, this is just a guide, but it's a great starting point when you're looking at designing and building the right routine for your baby. Don't forget that at All About Babies, we recommend all parents follow safe sleep advice from the Lullaby Trust. For more tips and vlogs and blogs, have a look at my website, follow us on Instagram and Facebook, or check out our YouTube channel.